In this video, we'll talk about the life cycle of a typical CBG project. Broadly, there are four phases a project goes through: the incubation phase, construction, commissioning, stabilization of operations. Typically, in the incubation phase, a promoter or company goes through the phase of obtaining various regulatory permissions. There are two types of approvals: the state approvals and the central approvals. Typically, the pollution control, the Department of Factory Inspectorate, Fire NOC come under the state approvals. Things like PESO, Petroleum Explosive Safety Organization, falls under the central ambit. All these permissions, the funding arrangements through the banking or the other financial institutions, the tripartite agreement with the CGD companies typically take about 5 to 6 months. The second phase is the construction. Prior to the construction, as Blendtech, we provide the various drawings that are required for the promoter to obtain the licenses mentioned in the incubation phase. The general arrangement drawing, the detailed project reports, the top view of the layout, etc. In the construction phase is when the entire civil construction, the selection of machinery, the purchase of machinery, installation, and fixation of all the measuring instruments is conducted. The total duration can vary in the range of about 9 to 10 months. It would also vary depending on the size of the project. Typically, 3 to 5 ton per day kind of a project would take this kind of time duration. Slightly larger project, wherein the capacity is around 10 to 12 tons per day, would slightly stretch by another couple of months. The third phase is where we what we call as the commissioning, is when we build a base of the microorganisms and feed the cow dung as raw material. Cow dung is the mother source of the microorganisms methanogen, and a gradual ramp up of feeding of the cow dung is done as part of the commissioning procedure. This typically spans over a period of 2 to 3 months, depending on the availability of the cow dung in the particular region where the project is being established. This commissioning spans out. While this commissioning procedure is undertaken, what is also important is to obtain the consent to operate licenses from the departments where we had earlier taken consent to establish. Once there is a significant amount of raw material that is being fed into the digester, there is a base level of gas generation and output production. That is when we move into stabilization of operations. The stabilization of operations is critical on multiple aspects: the inward operations of the raw material, the processing, the outbound logistics of the processed gas to the gas station or to the decompression units. This is the phase in which all these aspects get stabilized. It sets up like a clock based operations. We typically establish a day in the life of a plant at this stage of the project, and this is again a gradual process wherein the stabilization is done through training of people on ground and handholding the operations team on a regular basis, along with the necessary documentation that will help the promoter company to ramp up to the full capacity. Thank you.